Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for being here. Happy Thursday. I'm gonna have to run an ad break. Sorry to anyone who's just here first thing. we'll do we'll do a 1 minute one to start. Where the fuck? Oh right. Oh, you really didn't want to do beans, huh? I never do. I never do. I've gone from hitting the stream in the last 30 seconds to getting in the last 3. Given the variability of how long it takes Twitch to realize the stream is live, it's actually pretty impressive she's able to cut it that close that often. She'd probably be pretty good with those time stop games. I didn't even know it was the last 3. I just see that it's 11:04. And I'm like, oh, it's 11:04. Okay. I better do this while it's still 11:04. So that means I'm cutting it real close, but not even on purpose. Damn, today I thought I actually did it kind of early. I was like, oh, I think it just turned 11:04. So good thing. Good thing I didn't wait any longer. You seem like a streamer. Sure, I'll stick around. What a mistake you just made. Fool! Hi, Conballs. How's it going? Just avoided the Basel. Just avoided. Thank you for the 135 stream streak. Damn. Damn. I appreciate the dedication. I'm doing good. My morning is pretty good today, actually. I ate breakfast. I huh. Oh, maybe I was a little less productive than I thought. I threw in a load of laundry. I um certainly thought about things I was gonna do. So, you know, I mean that works. I hope you're having a great day. Great, having a great Thursday. Goddamn Superman. Thinking about being productive counts. Yeah, apparently my brain was like, "Yeah, you did a lot this morning," and then I thought about it and was like, "I'm actually not so sure, but that's fine." That's been my morning. Went on a walk, did laundry, ordering food for next week now. Lost my coffee travel mug I use every day, so that's a bit frustrating. Oh, I'm sorry that you lost your coffee mug. That fucking sucks. Hopefully you're able to replace it. So I was thinking of an idea for a poppy shirt. It'd be like Space Invaders, but your face would be the mothership with the 8-bit style, and the good eggs would be the smaller ships. That's actually super cute. That's a cute idea. Yeah, it was a basic bitch one, probably $8. I mean, those ones kind of are the best ones sometimes because those ones feel nice to hold, right? Like, it's always nice to have like decorative mugs, but like ones that are good to hold make easy favorites for a lot of people. Um, I was gonna write down Paul's idea. I don't know where I would though. I'm gonna have to try to remember that. I sip it for hours, so it's good to have a travel mug. Yeah, that is good. Also, that's awesome that you've been going on daily walks. I started going on daily walks last week, so hopefully I can continue that habit into the winter. It gets harder as the weather gets not as nice, but yeah, Leon and I have been playing Pokemon Go and going for walks every day. Oh, you go twice a day. Shit, look at you. Okay. I gotta step up my game then. It's probably great for Pokemon Go though. You still been playing? I go in the morning alone and then at night with Rachel. Oh, see, I was thinking of doing that too. Um, because at night that's when Leon wants to do the walk. I'm gonna zoom in some while I'm doing the makeup. Actually, not as much. I need to buy some new shorts to carry my phone. It's a long, dumb story. No! No! New shorts! Hi, Schmelzer. How's it going? Well, yeah, my morning was good. I threw laundry in. Actually, yesterday, hold on, I'll tell you about my day yesterday. I'd also like to know what you guys are doing. Night walks all romantic and shit. um, Yesterday I had a bunch of plans to finish unpacking this room, but then there was a bulletin post that said that people were coming to like clean the dryer vents or whatever, and they would need access to my apartment. So I was like, oh shit. And of course they give you like a really broad time frame, right? So it's like fucking 8 to 4 or whatever. So I was like, oh shit. So I made sure everything was ready, like it said. But then I couldn't use my washing machine and dryer, and a bunch of the stuff that I need to put away before I can finish putting everything away is actually clothes that also need to be washed. So they actually never needed access to my apartment, I guess. They never knocked. So I spent a lot of time in ADHD limbo. So that was not great. I didn't like that very much, but I started laundry this morning at least. Actually, I'm buying food from Walmart right now. If I buy shorts from Walmart, sight unseen, do you think it will be a disaster? I mean, if you know your waistband size, it should be okay. I mean, the only thing that I'd be worried about is if you're able to return them, as in, like, if you can physically get yourself to the Walmart, if they turn out to be the wrong size. Um, but if you can, like, if going to the Walmart won't be a big deal, if you need to return them or exchange them, then should be fine. Black t-shirt with just this face on it. Classic. Wasp attack? Yeah, wasps got into my apartment. If you check the Discord, you can read about it. I didn't really explain it fully, but yeah, wasps got into my apartment, and it was fucking scary. Yesterday was cool enough. Streamed for a while, but I was super out of it. I think the drive back took more out of me than I thought, so I did not play Ultima. Cleaned up a bit, and I've been fighting some random tech issues. Also, I tried in vain to repair my old chair that needs to be replaced. Aww. Hey, you know what? Respect for trying to repair it first, though. I get you. I created a very real and accurate depiction of the dramatic attack in Discord. I had wasps. I destroyed their little home, and 30 minutes later, they're back making another nest. Oh. Yeah, no, they can be really frustrating. Yeah, it wasn't like wasps didn't build a nest in my place or anything, but two of them got into my apartment. Um, what happened was basically I had my lunch, and then I looked over, and there's like a sliding door to use the balcony, and on the window of that sliding door was just two wasps on the inside of my apartment, and I was just like, "Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck?" So I took Prince Chili and put him in a different room. And then I spent I spent a full hour trying to figure out what to do about these wasps. Because the problem So at least it seems like the problem isn't like there isn't a problem with the doors being sealed or anything. We had it so there's two doors and a screen. There's an inside door, an outside door, and then a screen. And in between the inside door and the outside door is the window, right? And the outside door was fully open, the screen was shut, and the inside door was closed, but it created like a tiny little crack so that they could come in. And that's what they fucking did. They squeezed in that little crack. I tried to see if I could like try to usher them out somehow, but that didn't really work. What I did initially is I trapped them by opening the inside door so that it was trapping them in between the window and the inside door, so they weren't technically inside anymore, you know, they were in there, but that that wasn't a sustainable solution. So I like spent a while like pacing trying to figure out what to do. And then I texted Leon, and then he called me and was like, "You have to kill them." I was like, "I don't want to try to kill them. I don't want them to attack me." And he's like, "What? Like, are you gonna like put Prince Chili in another room all day then, and like move all his stuff in there?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to do that." Like, so I did end up killing them. But it was so scary because I don't want to be bit or stung by a wasp. Like, I really don't. I think one time a wasp bit me when I was 7, but like other than that, I've never been attacked by a wasp. So I didn't want to start. But yeah, he was like on the phone with me for so long, being like, "You have to kill them. Like, just use the fly swatter." And I was like, uh.
You are the wasp queen. You are allowed to choose the place, time, and manner of your deaths.
You were exactly right. That's what Leon should have said to me. The only good bug is a dead bug. I don't really love killing bugs very much. Um, I'm usually a catch and release type person, even though I found out that apparently usually spiders die after you catch and release them anyway. But I only found that out recently. But yeah, like but yeah, so I was really scared that if I like killed one of them with the fly swatter, the other one would come off of the window and then try to get at me. But luckily that's not what happened. Here's what happened, okay? So there's two wasps on the window and they're just crawling up and down the window. And I did injure one of them because I kept on sliding the door open and closed, and one of them kind of got wedged in between two spots. I was trying to see if I could get them to leave the apartment somehow by like moving the doors around, but it didn't work. Anyway, so one of them was kind of limping. Um so that's the one I went after first, right? And so I smack it and it goes down, right? And then I take a second and I check on Prince Chili to make sure that wasps didn't get in through the window or something, actually, and he's actually locked in a room with wasps, but he wasn't. So then I went back, and I did that because the second wasp had like went and placed itself at the very top of where the door is. So it was just kind of sitting in an awkward spot, so I couldn't really get to it very easily, like with a fly swatter. It'd be likely that I'd like miss and hit the lip of the door. So I I took a second and I was trying to figure out what to do, and Leon was still on the phone with me, and he's like, "Well, you have to get rid of it. Like, you don't know how long it's gonna take for it to come down. Like, what if you just find a bunch of flyers and then you just put your hand over it and squish it?" And I was like, "What if it bites me? Like, what if I fuck that up and it bites me?" And he's like, "If you do it right, it won't." I was like, "I don't want to fuck it up. I'm scared." I looked around for flyers and I couldn't find them. So then I just kind of like took the fly swatter and started kind of like moving it close to the wasp, and then it started moving and crawling down the glass. So, and also in that time, Leon was like, "You need to like vacuum up the other wasp that's on the ground. You need to make sure it's dead." And I was like, "Well, there's guts are in the window." And he's like, "That doesn't necessarily mean it's dead." So I was like, "Okay." So then I look at the wasp and its legs are still moving. So I was like, "Do their legs still move after they die?" And Leon was like, "No, it's not dead then." So then I like tried hitting it again, but it was still moving. So eventually I just kind of like completely like desecrated this wasp's corpse by like sliding the fly swatter around on it. Like I felt really bad, but also brutal killer energy. It was gross. So eventually then it was like completely ripped up, so it was definitely dead now. So then um this other wasp starts crawling down the window. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it, right? So I smack it into the glass of the window, and then I take the fly swatter. You know, I'm trying to do insurance because I didn't do that before, and I kind of like rub it against the window, and then I set the fly swatter down, and I'm like, okay, I did it. And then I see on the fly swatter, the wasp just gets back up and starts walking around on the fly swatter. So obviously, I freak out and I run and I lock myself in a different room. And Leon's like, well, where is it? What is it doing? And I was like, I don't know. I'm in a different room. He's like, well, you need to go make sure you get it. You need to make sure you get it. It's probably injured. You don't want to have a problem or lose it or anything. So you have to go back. And I was like, I don't want to. So I go back and it's crawling around on the cat tree. So I pick up the fly swatter and I swat at it again, but it jumps to the window. So now it's in a better spot for me to hit it again. And Leon was like, just smack it with the might of Zeus. Like, you just have to, like, really hit it. So that's what I did. I really, really smacked it. And then I also completely made sure it was dead by stabbing it, the shit out of it with the fly swatter. And, like, ripped its head off. It was very gruesome. Very gruesome. And then I vacuumed them up with a little vacuum. And that was an hour-long ordeal. And my adrenaline was absolutely peaked by the end of it. The might of Zeus. The might of Zeus. Hi, Virus. How's it going? Might have been dead. I don't know a ton about stuff about small bugs. It's not uncommon for dead things to have reflex actions for a while after they're. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I don't know. Gotta confirm the kill, I guess. I'm not sure if this would count as a firearm or some kind in CA, but I got this as a gift. It works great. We'll deal with all your bug problems in the most American way possible, which I'm sure you're all about. I've heard of these. I don't know if we have these in Canada. Assault gun. Does that work for wasps? Oh, it shows a wasp on the side. That's crazy. Just use it. I'm firing my laser. Yeah, I don't like killing bugs. I know that wasps are pretty. They can be pretty invasive. They can be giant assholes, right? And that's kind of the problem. Is like they'll just go and fucking bite a cat. Like they don't really care. So, but it sucks because I could tell they were trying to leave, but they're too stupid and they're too much of an asshole for you to be able to like just put a little cup on them and make sure that like they're way worse than other bugs like that because they just get pissed off and bite. Like they don't have to worry about dying. They'll just do it. They'll just do that. So well, they don't have to worry about dying from stinging or biting someone. So yeah, I had to kill 2 wasps. I didn't like doing it, but catch and release seemed too risky to me, I won't lie. And dedicate this streak in memory to all the defenseless wasps. Rest in peace, wasps. That one will. Normal one, that is CO2 powered, and it's honestly free with how much damage it does. They have a spring loaded one that'll take out flies, but not anything with a car pace. Car pace. Miss all the awesomeness on my work days. I don't stream on Wednesdays, so that's just a story. It's like actually pretty dangerous. People think it's a silly toy. Well, it won't kill you or something. I would not want to get shot by it and have it to stop. And I've had to stop like 3 guests that saw it from pointing at their hand and shooting it. Like, dude, that will fuck you up. Yeah, it might be controlled in Canada if it can hurt you. I don't know though. Because sometimes stuff like that is, and sometimes not. It kind of depends. Agreed. If you let them go, then they'll tell all their friends where you live. Come back en masse. Yeah, and you also don't want that. That's true. Like they're wiggling their butts around, saying shit to each other. Get out. Like what? The already two of them is also kind of scary because it was like, is there more? Like all day, I was just checking over and over to see if there was more. Harpies is an exoskeleton. Oh, exoskeleton. Ant-Man, no! Don't try to get revenge. Really joking about you getting it. It's just a novelty thing. I would never have if not for a gift thing. But I've used it like 3 times. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have enough of a wasp problem to warrant it yet. If it were to continue, maybe I'd get something like that, but probably I would try to do something about the problem itself and get a little gun for it. But probably fly slaughter is probably just as good in 90% of the cases. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, CO2 might make it a problem. It's hard to say. Hard to say. I don't know. I don't know too much about stuff like that. But yeah, that was the exciting part of my day. Um, yeah. I actually don't have too much to report about. Um, I caught a shiny Vulpix, a Lowen Vulpix this morning in Pokemon Go. That was cool. One of my Pokemon Go stops that I suggested got accepted. So that was cool. Um, don't you damage like everything when you fire that? Not just flies, but like your wall and stuff? I guess it's possible that you could. But yeah, that definitely seems more like a novelty item. I'm sure there's other things that you can use instead of a salt gun. Biggest issue is cleaning up the salt. Yeah, that's true. Then you have a mess of salt around. Fly paper. Yeah, you can do fly paper. But yeah, I haven't had like a scare with wasps like that in a while. A while. I don't think I've actually ever killed a wasp either. So that's a bummer. We used to get wasp nests under our like front steps when I was a kid. They were wooden. So my mom would have to spray them sometimes. But yeah, I remember having to deal with that. Give them really hard, but we just spray, and that's highly effective. Yeah. And then in another place we lived in, they had one of those fake uh wasp nets that's meant to ward them off, which they're effective when they work, but I've heard horror stories of wasps just moving into those. They're like, wow, this is already perfectly shaped, exactly like how we want a wasp nest to be shaped. What a perfect house. So there is that slight problem with them. I remember going to a barbecue at the park and a swarm of bees landed under the bed. And it's just a giant under the bed. There's just a giant beach ball attached to the bottom of the table made of bees. Oh, of the table. Oh, okay. Yeah, bees will make. See, bees. The thing about bees is bees are actually much better than wasps because they don't want to sting you. They don't bite and they don't want to sting you because they fucking die if they do. So I'm all about people finding those nests and relocating them. There's like a lady on TikTok who does that, and she doesn't even wear like a bee suit. She just goes up there and grabs the bees with her bare hands. It's crazy. But wasps are assholes, so that's a different story. Bees. Yeah, I'm a fan of bees. I like bees. Bees. If those were regular bumblebees on my window, I would have tried to relocate them for sure. They're fucking wasps. I love bumblebees. These bees. These bees. Beep. I'd say we have to spray around the yard once a year for large nests. That's annoying. Freaking wasps, dude. We had a bunch of them in the ground once, wasps. That was brutal. Rachel got stung 3 times, and me twice before I figured out what was going on. Oh, that's fucked. Yeah, they'll burrow. Isn't that a crazy fact about wasps? A bee slash something shot in my t-shirt once when I was biking. That was really something. Yeah, I was actually with a friend last year. We were taking pictures, and it was like an area that had lots of nature. But yeah, while we were taking pictures, a wasp flew up her dress and stung her. I think like 3 times on her ass, and she's also allergic. So that was fucking crazy. Um, I think there's pictures of her being like, ah, Diglett has burrowed underground. With wasps and hornets, it's on site. I actually had one upstairs that got in a window, sunned them, hit them on the carpet where they fell, put a hard surface under them, and beheaded it for good measure. See, that makes me feel a little less brutal because, yeah, I had to absolutely behead the wasps that I killed. So, it stung her on the ass. I think they're pictures. Not pictures of her ass, but pictures capturing the moment it happened. I don't know if she kept them as a memento. Well, it may have already been dead, but then it was for sure dead. Yeah, that's what Leon suggests I do, pretty much. He said I have to secure the kill. Confirm the kill, I guess, as someone put it in chat. It's brutal. Brutal! Yeah, I didn't really like doing that, but hopefully, now that I know that that screen door, not the screen, but the second door needs, like, absolutely needs to be closed, it will stay closed. Instead of being like, there's 2 doors, who needs a second door? Apparently I do. Apparently I do. Are elephants really scared of mice? Probably not. I don't know though. Ooh, Nick with the elephant facts? That's only in cartoons. I mean, it makes sense. It's like a very silly thing. Do you shave the ends of your eyebrows? I heard it helps make your face look snatched. By the way, yours looks snatched. Thank you. No, I don't. My eyebrows are just kind of straight. That's kind of the shape that I like. They're quite thick naturally, and they kind of grow like this. So I can kind of make them just straight. But yeah, I've heard of the shaved ends thing, but I don't know. I'm not brave enough to do something like that. All right, we have an ad starting in a few seconds. It's gonna be 3 minutes, and then we'll be back. Okay? It's pretty fucked, but I think burned pigs were used to scare Hannibal's elephants, right? Maybe more the flame and the noise there, though. Oh, I don't know anything about that. But yeah, the noise and the flame, if they were close by, would probably work. Rather deal with an elephant than a polar bear. That is correct. Yeah, it's like if you see brown, lie down. If you see if you see black, fight back. Is that it? And then if you see white, good night. Is the way it goes. Also, don't take that advice. I would look it up before you take any bear dealing with advice. That's there's something it's something like that. But yeah, it's if the bear is white, then good night because you're not surviving. If a polar bear fucking sees you, goodbye, goodbye world. They set pigs on fire and ran towards them. I believe. I thought it broke the elephant lines and caused them to charge their own troops, but I could be wrong. Huh? That sounds like something that's possible. If you see what, you're out of luck. Never arm wrestle with a bear. Speaking from experience? They cheat by trying to bite. Aw, cheaters. There's are cheaters at arm wrestling. I don't doubt that. Freaking bears, dude. Always cheating. Uh, Even the polar bears on Minecraft kill you quick if you get too close to their area. Teaching kids the truth about polar bears. I mean, at least is what I hear. I've never have known someone to personally encounter a polar bear, but also I've heard of people encountering other bears, so maybe people who encounter polar bears don't survive to tell the tale. But also, they're pretty far up north usually, so. Looks like it was true, however, I don't think it was used against Hannibal. Anyway, done with random fact time. Hell yeah. I mean, it's an interesting fact. I never knew that. I cleaned and organized all my makeup. So I'm happy about that. Now my makeup brushes are clean, all of the stuff is clean, the drawer is clean. I haven't done that in a while. I've cleaned my makeup brushes, but I haven't like wiped down all my makeup in a minute. It gets surprisingly really dirty sometimes over time. You should play the RTS game, Impossible Creatures. Make an army of polar bear elephant hybrids. Oh, that's wild. Polar bear elephant hybrids. That's a pretty interesting idea. I didn't know that those two guys knew each other. Good for them having kids, though. There's this creature feature called Stung about a fancy dinner party getting attacked by mutated wasps, able to infect their host and grow from them. That's gross. But a few people talk to me about how hard Silksong is. By the way, you're doing great on that. Thank you. Who's your fave Batman? I haven't watched a ton of Batman movies. Um, so it's between the fuck is his name? It's it's between that guy and that other guy. It's between Patrick. What's his name? Patrick. His name Patrick. The guy from American Psycho and Robert Pattinson. I think those are like the Christian Bale. Patrick Bateman. Yeah, no wait, that's a character name. Christian Bale and uh and Robert. I think I did see the Michael Keaton one once. That's the Tim Burton one, right? I think we did it for a movie night a long time ago, but that one was weird. I did really like Robert Pattinson as Batman. I thought that was really cool. I think that Christian Bale did a good job too, though. But it's been so long. Pattinson is my favorite by a long way. Really, I think he did a good job. I do like it. Paul's favorite Batman is actually George Clooney. Oh, Adam West. Yeah, Adam West was Batman in the '60s or whatever. I never watched that. I loved Val Kilmer, but not as Batman. I don't know who that is. Damn, I guess there's been a lot of Batmans. But yeah, I'm definitely if I'm my favorite like superhero franchise is definitely like Spider-Man. I'm definitely a Spider-Man girly. I like me my Spider-Man movies. Toby. Toby was great. I love those movies. Um I think my favorite Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 2 with Toby. But I think my favorite Spider-Man might be Miles Morales, which I know isn't Peter Parker, and I don't know if that counts. I don't remember the name of the actor, but I did really like that Spider-Man. Um, but I really like Spider-Man too. I think it's a fun watch. I like 3 too. 3 is also weird. I mean, they're all kind of weird. I know that 3 is controversial because it's kind of really goofy. Um, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, the Spider Verse movies are excellent. I haven't seen the most recent Spider Verse movie because a lot of people were telling me like it's a cliffhanger. You're probably better just waiting to watch it when the next one comes out. Which I don't know if I should take that advice, but I already did. How does it not itch when you put it on? And if you rub your eyes, is all that makeup smeared? Makeup is weird. Um, Makeup should not be itchy. If it's itchy for you, then you're probably allergic to it. This is formulated to go around your eyes, right? So the goal of the people who creates this makeup is definitely that you're not going to have itchy eyes. Um, but yeah, you cannot rub your eyes with makeup on most of the time. It will smear. This eyeliner that I'm using is probably one of the most smear proof ones that there is. It's like a waterproof one. It's people call it the splat hair dye of eyeliner. You won't really get that if you don't know anything about splat hair dye. But but yeah, this one goes on pretty good. Um but yeah, generally speaking, you don't want to rub your eyes after you're wearing makeup. The second one's very good, but yeah, the cliffhanger is brutal. Have you seen the Capcom retro bundles on Humble? Retro bundle on Humble? There's a lot of games on there I've never heard of. Ooh, I should check it out. Yeah, Nyx does make pretty good stuff, honestly. I do like Nyx. I think it's a really good drugstore brand. Um, yeah, I use their eyeliners and their lipsticks. Um, and I've also used their primer. But yeah, now I'm trying to shop Canadian more, so I haven't re-upped on my NYX products. But it's a little hard to find Canadian makeup brands. Like MAC is Canadian, and so is Annabelle. For Annabelle's like the only drugstore brand, so it's a little tricky. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, hi Leia, how's it going? Did you get a tan? No. This room is just a lot warmer, toned, which brings out my warm tones. Yeah, I didn't know that Mac was Canadian either, and then I was like, oh, but yeah, it's originally made in or not made. I think it's made in Ontario, but it was conceived in Ontario. Sometimes you look tan, and sometimes you look really tan. Thank you. What was the color of your old room? Was it white? I don't even remember it anymore. It was like I think it was a slightly gray. It was definitely white. It was like maybe a slightly darker white, like a slightly more gray white. But yeah, this color is it looks I think on the video it kind of looks like it's brown maybe or beige, but it's actually it's like it's a dusty pink color. That's the only way I could probably describe it. It's like I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah, this is I think it's like I don't think you could really tell that it has a bit of a pink in it, but it's definitely doing something. This room does wonders for your skin. You do be glowing, girl. Yeah, it actually looks really good on camera. So I was thinking about painting one of the walls white, but I don't know if I will. I got to take pictures in here and decide. Um, I have noticed your arms looking more toned. Thank you. I haven't been properly working out. The closest thing I've done is walking since the move. The move itself was like a hard workout though. So I'll get back into it, but I'm an upstairs neighbor now, so I need to be mindful about jumping. Yeah, like an off-white, yeah. I have a really dark tan at the moment from my terrible sunburn this weekend. Ah. Well, I mean, congrats on the tan, I guess, if you like that. I got back into working out, making my heart rate soar with Outlast doesn't count. No, it doesn't. I wish it did. Wish I had a tan. You people actually go outside. My skin color is naturally like this. I don't have any tan lines. I have not been tanning. I have this skin color. I don't like I like to protect my skin from the sun, so I wear a lot of sunscreen. But yeah, it's funny because my friends were talking about this summer. They were like, they were looking for me. We went to like meet at a public place, and my one friend was like, I can't remember if Poppy is really pale or really tan. I can't remember. And I trick people because at a glance I seem like I'm pale because I wear zinc sunscreen which reflects light. But if you actually look, I have a naturally tan skin. So it was really funny because my sister said to me, I like how pale you are. And then a little while later, she was like, you're naturally quite tan, aren't you? And I was like, yeah. Best of both worlds. Tan makes you look way more pale than you are, too. It's true. It is true. I think I still have the filter on, but it's just, I mean, the filter that I have on really is just like white balance. Like when I'm holding up a certain color, I'm like, that looks way warmer than it is. But yeah, I like it because the way that people can't seem to decide on whether I'm pale or tan makes me feel like vampire. That's also what my one friend said. That I have vampire. It's giving vampire. I'll take that. Speaking of working out, I'm going to the donut shop shortly. What should I get? With big, beautiful chocolate eyes. Thank you. Um, chocolate donut. They have classic donut with chocolate frosting, cut in half with peanut butter spread, in it with a bagel. That's what I recommend. Damn. That's ultra specific, but also great. This trailer is for The Saint with Val Kilmer. Wait, is that a Batman movie or is that completely separate? Speaking of movies, movie night tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central, which is 8 hours from the current time plus a day, obviously. We're watching The Craft. Val Kilmer was the best Batman. Was The Saint the Batman movie? The donut shop in my hometown sells those and absolutely kills me. It's across the country. No, that's rough. Separate. The top letterbox review though is in the 90s. We thought this was the shit, and that's accurate. Oh, so it's just a movie that has a guy that you like. The Saint is a different movie, but it was good. It was also a TV show, I think. Oh, Seems like an old British TV show with James Bond that they made into a film with Val Kilmer. Okay. Hold on. What I'll do here is I'll look up Val Kilmer and see if I recognize this person. Thank you, Bacon. Um, he looks kind of familiar. This is him, I think, probably more currently. Um, there's also this. So I guess this was his Batman. That's nice. Oh, hi, Mindy. Gotta get the 4D turn cam. I do. Enhance. Enhance. I don't really like him as an actor, but I do like the 90s cheesy stuff. Oh, okay, I thought you liked him because you said he was the best Batman. And then you gave me a link to a different movies that he's in. So I assumed you were a fan of the person, considering the link between those two things is just the person. Wait, that's a different guy, the first guy I showed? Oh. Well, that makes sense. I thought he aged and looked pretty different, but that's one of the pictures that came up. Oh. Val Kilmer sadly passed away. Rest in peace. Batman Forever, they shot a scene of Bruce Wayne dreaming that he's in a bat cave and meeting a gigantic bat, and it was cut. They should have kept it. I thought, wait, so Batman Forever wasn't the Tim Burton one? What's the name of the Tim Burton one? Or ones? What's the... I'm a little confused. I mean, people look different sometimes when they're way older than they were. Just Batman and Batman Returns. Oh, okay, so Batman Forever is its own thing. Also from the 90s? Tim Burton was 80s. Oh, really? Batman is from the 80s and Batman Forever is 1992. Oh, okay. Batman Forever and Batman and Robin are the sequels that replaced the director and actor. Wait, really? So wait, Batman Forever wasn't. Oh wait, no, never mind. I got confused with Batman Returns again. Damn. So Batman Returns is from 1992 and Batman Forever is 1995. Okay, so they weren't close together. Okay, that makes sense because I think I did see Batman Forever when I was a kid. Is that the one that has Uma Thurman as Catwoman, or is that in the Tim Burton ones? Batman and Robin wasn't Val Kilmer though; it was George Clooney. Uma Thurman. It was Uma Thurman was Poison Ivy. Oh wait, so who played? Wait, hold on. I'll just look this up. No. Ah, what did I do? I accidentally. Okay, wait. How can I open every tab that I had open just then? Is there a quick way to do that? Oh, restore previous session. Oh, that's not right. Fuck. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, I think that's all the tabs I need. I don't know. Okay. So Batman Returns Catwoman, because I remember seeing one when I was a kid. And it had the Catwoman came into the kitchen. She was like meow. I don't. Batman Returns Catwoman. I don't fucking know. I Batman Forever. Okay, show me the picture of the same woman. I think my search engine isn't working very well right now. Um, I don't know. Yeah, she drinks the milk and she's with her cats. Yes, we watched. I think we watched Batman Returns for movie night. Yeah, Batman Forever was my first Batman movie. I had the VHS and on rerun and the toys. Oh, that's so cute. Michelle Pfeiffer was Catwoman and she hit 3 mannequins with a whip first try. Oh shit. So me personally, as a kid, Batman Forever was my first Batman movie that I saw in the theater, and it was quite the ride for me. Danny DeVito is there in Batman Returns. Also, Pee Wee Herman. Yeah, I think it must have been Batman Forever that I'm thinking of. Right? I don't know. Just ask Paul all the movie related questions. True, Paul knows stuff. All I know is that I always defend Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy and Jim Carrey's Riddler. Yeah, it was very camp. That movie was very camp, but I did like it. It's a fun movie. I like how you're just remembering, Poppy. It's a nice feeling. I'm glad that you're enjoying that. I like how we're completely skipping Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck. Who's Ben Affleck? I was thinking of Ben Stiller just then. Who's Ben Affleck? Ben Affleck. Oh yeah, wait, this isn't working. My search engine's not working today very well. He was in. I'll go to his IMDb. He was in Gone Girl and Good Will Hunting. I've not seen those to be honest. It is looking like I've never seen a Ben Affleck movie. He was in a Batman thing. I'm not seeing it here. Oh wait, this is his producer stuff. Hold on. I guess he produces now. Okay, so here's he was in Justice League as Bruce Wayne. Okay, so that's why no one's mentioning him. Okay. Let me see. Oh, he was gawking guy in Clerks 2. You know, for some reason, I don't remember gawking guy in Clerks 2. That's crazy. What a character. Um, okay. He was in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but I don't know that I remember that well enough. He was in Mallrats as Shannon. Damn, I don't remember that either. Oh, and he was in Dazed and Confused. I really like Dazed and Confused, so I might be able to recognize him from that. Gawking is such a weird word. It really is. Fake Clerk 2 fan. I've been got. He played Ben Affleck in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Yeah, and Holden apparently, which I don't know who that is. Ben Affleck was gonna direct himself in the Batman, but then the DC EU movies died, and then he lost interest, and a new director took over, and that's how we got Robert Pattinson. Well, then I'm happy for it. Truly cackling over me being happy we can love 3 generations of Batman cast and totally forget Batflick even existed. Batflick? That's funny. He was in Argo. I've not seen Argo. I've not seen most of his movies. I have seen Buffy this Vampire Slayer, but I haven't seen the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, and it appears like that's what he was in, and he was basketball player number 10 uncredited. So, surprisingly, I don't think that he reprised his role, it seems, in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But yeah, it's weird. It's sometimes strange when I'm like, I've not seen any of these movies. This is a very famous person for all these movies they've been in, but I have seen like 2 of them. He was in Goodwill. Yeah, I've not seen Goodwill Hunting. I've heard it's good, you know. Um, but yeah, for a long time I was always confused because I didn't know who Matt Damon was. But yeah, apparently he's most famous for Goodwill Hunting. But yeah, I just haven't seen that. So, um, but now I know who he is. He's a guy from Goodwill Hunting, which I haven't seen. So, Buffy's one of those movies with cute clothes. That's always nice. One of the reasons we do movie nights. Yeah, movie nights is a really good excuse for me to watch movies that I haven't seen, that I simply haven't seen, and I just won't take the time out to watch them. For whatever reason. Like I've honestly I've been wanting to see The Craft, but I suffer from like same movie itis. I just watch, like if I have time to watch a movie that I'm just gonna throw on, because I watch movies with Leon, but we watch, I don't know, that's also kind of like a newer thing that we've been doing. Actually, it's like we only started doing that like the past year. But um if I'm gonna be picking a movie by myself, I rarely pick something I haven't seen. I usually pick something I have seen, and then I watch like half of it. You watched slash like the Buffy series, right? Have you not seen it? I watched some of it, but I was going through. I don't know what the problem was, but it was like I was just falling asleep at like 8 p.m. every night for like a month. So like the month that I was trying to watch Buffy, I kept on falling asleep during the episodes, and it wasn't Buffy's fault. I think the only thing that Buffy did to contribute to it is have a nice vibe. But yeah, like I couldn't watch anything without falling asleep for a hot minute. I don't know what the problem was. But that stopped happening. So I should try again. I thought he was the Interstellar guy. That was McConaughey though, right? Yeah, Matthew uh then the high school girls say the same age. All right, all right, all right. Ben Affleck is someone I confuse with Mark Wahlberg for some reason. That's funny. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are best known for everyone making jokes that they're secretly a couple. Oh. Rachel and I rewatched Star Trek and Murder She Wrote a lot, although lately we've been watching a lot more murder mystery movies. Although suggested some amazing ones. Thursday Murder Club is amazing. Yeah, she loves murder mysteries. I've never tried watching Inception without falling asleep. Oh no. The Buffy TV show is still one of my favorites. Yeah, that would honestly be a good one to get into. Oh, what the fuck? My camera's lagging. What in the hell? What the hell? Oh, I'm dropping frames. What the hell? What? This time, no, this time it's me. I don't know why though. I haven't changed anything. I know the weather's supposed to get bad today, but is it that bad that I drop frames? I'm not still dropping frames, so maybe we'll be okay. Huh. Okay. Weather should not matter unless you're on a microwave or something crazy. Just on cable internet, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, weather shouldn't matter. So I don't know what the problem is. I don't have. Maybe my server's being wonky. Huh. We'll see if it keeps being a problem, and then I might have to pause the stream and see if I can change the server or something. But we'll just hope. Is that a decapitated Yoshi? No, it just has other stuff on top of him. Thank you, Mindy. Good Will Hunting is the script Affleck and Damon shopped around for ages and put a random gay blowjob scene right in the middle to see if anyone actually read their script. They went with Miramax because they were literally the only ones that told him that scene would have to get removed. No one else read it. Wow. That's a funny thing to do, to see if people actually read your script. But I guess if you're already pretty famous and people just approve it, then you would have to do something like that, wouldn't you, to make sure that like they actually give a shit. Hopefully going to be okay. Playing more SilkSong today? Yes. Yes. Alright, this seems fine. I think my makeup's done. I was gonna do more, but then I actually am not going to. There were still unknowns then. Oh, really? That's interesting. You put on the Yassified filter? No filter. Just makeup. I was going to say you look really good. Your hair is awesome. I know it's mostly normal, but still, thank you. I mean, it does look good today. I am having a good hair day. I washed it yesterday, and I always find that day 2 hair is what looks best, but yeah, the curls were really happy, which means the next day my hair does a nice wave. I think Good Will Hunting put them on the map proper. That's why no one cared about the script. Oh. It's interesting. So they weren't getting accepted. They were just interesting. Huh. Black and green looks awesome too, the top and skirt. Thank you. Thank you for the compliments. I appreciate it. What was I going to say? I don't remember. I'm gonna have a soup for lunch today. What else did chat say? Oh, Paul sent a link. I burnt my mouth really bad on the soup yesterday, actually. It's leftover soup. And when I say really bad, like not like it's not like a third degree burn. Like I don't need to go to the hospital, but it fucking hurts. It hurts. And you know, it wasn't even the soup itself, it was the potato in the soup. It got stuck to the roof of my mouth while it was too hot. And so it burnt me. Burnt me. It was really good soup though. But hope Zelda soon. Yeah, I promise my shit will be my please, my shit will be together soon, and we will want to watch play Zelda. Yeah, after I get back to my trip, we'll be back. Guys, what like is my brain dying? My language model inside my brain is broken, I think. Um Once I am back from my trip, I promise, I will actually get my shit together and the streams will return to a way that is more normal, but also more better. And cosplays will become more commonplace. These are the things I intend on doing after I am back from next week. Mind you, I leave on Monday next week for a trip, so there will be likely no streams next week. Perhaps one with my brother. So that is the current plan. Thank you. I had to really think about my words so that they didn't come out broken. All natural wake up with the makeup pre installed. You could get it tattooed on, but usually it looks kind of weird after a while. Sometimes my brain worked faster than my mouth. Hunting season? So this is Ben Affleck? Oh, wait, is this Ben Affleck or is the other guy? I'm so sorry. This guy is Ben Affleck, right? Or is it this guy? The first guy, right? Yeah, this is Matt Damon. Frosted, so that's him. They're all Ben Affleck. You're not that good, Will Hunting? What? I think the best thing I've seen with this is where Silent Bob showed up to protest the movie release of his own movie, saying it was godless or whatever. At least I think that was him. Silent Bob being Kevin Smith. I mean, that sounds like something he would do. Sounds like Dogma. I don't want to ask what you mean by that because that sounds like a setup for a joke. Kevin Smith is such a big Batman mark. He named his daughter after Harley Quinn. That's crazy. Good Will Hunting is a serious drama about a men's mental health, and this parodies how far sequels go the opposite direction. That's so crazy. Yeah, the joke probably would have been funnier if I've actually seen Good Will Hunting, but I see that it was pretty crazy. Oh, it's the name of the movie. There was a religious protest about Dogma, and he showed up talking about how it's awful and no one should watch it. That's so funny. He's like, what a perfect way to stir up the press. I love how I put my headphones back on and then automatically mute the stream because I thought it muted it when I left for a sec. That's funny. He named his daughter Margot Robbie? Okay, but yeah, we're gonna get into Silksong today. Do I want to have lunch now before we play game or in an hour? Fun fact, I had never seen Good Will Hunting before Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, so I assumed it was gonna be an action movie. That's funny. I like that. I like that. Get your soup. Soup time. Soupo mode. That's the news story. Oops. Oh my god. For a second, I thought that said Edmonton. I was like, whoa! Less than 2 dozen? Guess the year based on the clothes, and they're all just in winter outfits. I'm scared. I don't want to be put on the spot and do badly. Yeah, I don't think there's an interview with him here. But he did do that. I'm gonna put away my makeup like a nice lady, like the nice, responsible lady that I am. There we go. For some reason, I thought they talked to him for a while. I mean, that's what it looks like in the thumbnail, to be honest. No, he just joined a protest for his own movie. Should have watched it before he showed it. It's fine. He said in a Q&A that he was in his hometown and a friend called him and told him about the protest and then said, I'll go down there, and was surprised to see he made the news. Oh, that's funny. Jason Mewes, who played Jay, learned the entire script back to front, everyone's lines, because Smith told him Rickman was a serious actor and they couldn't afford to fuck around, and he took it super serious. Wow. Damn, that's cool. Feels normal that Dogma was 24 years ago, but bizarre that Breaking Bad is 17 years ago. 25 minus 17. 25 minus 17. 2008? Is that right? Guys, I think I forget how to do subtraction. Hold on. Let me just try to. I think I was right on my guess, but I need to. I realized I haven't done this in a long time, and now I'm not sure. Um. Okay. So if the 5 is greater than the 7, then you need to put a 1 here. Is that right? And then this becomes Nice. 15 minus 7, 8. So yeah, 8, 2008 then, right? I had it right the first time. I mean, that sounds like the year Breaking Bad came out. But then Dogma is okay. So I had it right. Okay, good. So then Dogma is how much? Well, I guess 25 and 17 of like a what is that? Then an 8-year difference. You know, don't talk me. Don't talk me. I don't know. 1999. Huh. I mean, it's a pretty big difference. But yeah. Okay. My brain be doing this too. Numbers get me confused really bad. We need to play a mini game called Matt or Ben where Poppy looks at screen grabs from various movies. A lot of reasons Smith gets big name actors because he basically shoots his shot and they surprisingly say yes. That's interesting. The Alan Rickman hire was a total long shot by Smith, who just sent him a letter randomly asking if he wanted to do the movie, and Rickman said yes. That's cool. Good for him. Damn, yeah. Okay. Well, at least I got it right. Yeah, this is a new playlist. I've used it for the last couple days, but here it is. I think it fits the vibe. I don't know. I but yeah, soup. Yeah, it's definitely more of an active song. Okay, we'll do soup and then silk song. Soup song. All right, I'll be right back. We're gonna take a quick break. I'll